Hello everyone, I'm Nuno the Second and today we are here for season 13 and today we are racing in Matra, which was the test track of the very famous team in GT3 and WSC, a team that got 3 drivers titles and 3 constructors titles in 4 seasons on those 2 leagues that happened in the past but no longer are running. So yeah, either way, it's also Hernandy's home race first since Hungarian Ring in season 10, which was also the last time he won a race. So it's been quite a long time, and today could be finally the day where he gets his third win of his career. So it's been one of the big talks about during this week. Also, Rosimond, the look song here for today's race as well as Danny Merkel, very rusty on the turn, but right now it's Hernandy taking provisional pole with a very strong lap right now, 30.47. That's really great. It's a sub 30.5, so that's a very strong lap with Corby starting second place. And Danny Mater, who once again and a very rusty start to the season, now looking to make a very nice promotions, doing his first. I believe he might be his race number 100 as well, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, either way, we got Hernandy still on pole position, and now you can see Marin Free tying that lap as well. What the hell is this qualifying? Very from these drivers today. With Corvin still in third, so Marin Free to win a 20 points lead. She's looking very strong. Either way, who's gonna take that pole position now? It's just so corner right here. Let's see right now who's gonna take position. And you can see then it made up to third place. Is freeway tied pole position. My free is not it matter with the first.
No, you're cutting out a lot.
Oh my god, why? Would this not correct? Okay, let's continue to speak to this. Just tell me if I'm cutting at some points.
And Crunk, mute yourself if you don't mind.
Yeah, either way, so we got a freeway tie for pole position. Got Manny Freeze, Nutty Merta with a lap of 30.47. Then it's Parvid in P4, also with a very strong lap there. He's got then Charge GT starting P5. And then we got Kuba with the SCP Foundation livery starting on P6, just ahead of Kyle. Okay, what the hell is. I might have to mute.
Yeah, Mr. Crunk, mute.
I'm gonna server mute. Okay, there we go. Alright, either way, after Kuba, we got Carlos starting from P7, and you got Kraft and Brandy and Sobel now closing the top 10. Then we got Rosim starting quite far at the back. He looked to be one of the candidates for the win today. As then you got Urist actually having a very decent qualifying in P12, just ahead of Antti, looks to be struggling today. Then Gironi in P14 with Promotions also not really having a good qualifying on his return to this season. As then you got Sexy Vigor also in P16. And then with the Barbie liveries, we got Matimar 46 and Proline 4, who's making his UL debut, replacing Letzi today. And yeah, also we got RMC with the Oppenheimer livery. As you might know, there has been this meme with Oppenheimer and Barbie movie getting released on the exact same day. So there's been some kind of rivalry, quote-unquote rivalry, between those two movies. But either way, yeah, that's why some teams have got for some special liveries today. As I believe I got everything in check. I just need to see some of the options. Roasted pits are on, and it's the 90-second countdown. It is 10% right now. But yeah, this is a very interesting race because the softs once again look to be the dominating tire in terms of pace. But it might not be on this race in itself because there is a very huge pit stop, which makes things look very interesting in terms of strategy, especially if there's some rain that could screw up some of the drivers for today and make a very huge shakeup. But yeah, now we're gonna ready up, and here we go. We are about to start round number 3 here in Matras. Guess he's gonna have a start here. Light rain start for the start of the race. And Nani is gonna start in the lead of the race here, and he looks to be Very alright, as it's pretty much in order who make that lap first, but here we go. Hernandez starting with the lead off the by side by side everything. In the battle for second place, here he goes. Line. And now it's Nani leading the way. Mine Free is taking the slipstream. Kubo third, then Corvid in P4, then Danny Mater going there. As Kubo lost, I think, the contact to the top there. As Danny Mater go there on the turn 4, I believe. As you can see now, Kado and Charge GT also there into. But this is a very chaotic and wet start here on the Inters. As Danny Mater just falling away here now, but he's down to P9. Not really an ideal start for him. It's Nani pretty much in paradise here with Kubo and Corvid trying to catch back to the top 2 here. And I believe Corvid might be able to do it. I'm not really sure. Tries to kind of dive on inside as well. So really amazing starts from the German driver here who got his first podium of the season. On the last races, Nandi goes off the track there. Manfred takes the lead. I'm not sure if Nandi was pushed there as we got Crystal joining this group here. Now Rotting goes for here. This is a big battle here for second place while Manfred and Rosim at the second place. There we go. Nandi goes. Oh my god, big crash right here. This Nanny's gonna take a huge penalty with Rosim. This Danny Mater now. Happy to P5. It's a very. It's Kado. Happy to P4 at the moment with happy to second place. So that's a very chaotic here. Now happy to P3. I have to remind you that his best ever result in the race in Hungary, in the Hungarian same race where Hernandi got his last. So today he might be able to maybe repeat that result or maybe even improve on that. So yeah, he needs to be P4 or better to improve on his career best result. As now he's going side by side there with Kraft in the battle. He's just following these two drivers right now as they go side by side into the Wiggles. But here we go, Nokado on the inside. There looks to be some conflict of space here. They look to be fighting for the exact same there. And though there could be some risk of rocket potentially, but yeah, now they're still going side by side. Look at this, there's some. There he goes now. A little bit push into the grass. As then Corvis now is still in P4. Where is Nandi? Nandi's behind. For him. So that's a really big disaster for Nandi. I don't know what he looked. I'm afraid off the track, I'm not really sure. But it was very strange either way, so he's money free. As she leads the championship by 20 points, it's a very huge gap. The other driver in the first 2 races of the season, St. Kubo also doing an amazing job. Place with in second place. As he's in second place, I think in the standings in CL. And also looking to have a very solid season right now. Okay, then you got here Kubo. The rain is about. The rain has ended, but now the track is going there. And I believe some drivers are staying out. Looks like 60 degrees on those Inter. He's up into second place, but he's gonna have to pit soon unless the rain comes back. Maybe he's really going. And if the rain comes back, then it would really pay a lot for him as he would get off the road out of nowhere. But I don't think the rain is.
Try speaking a little bit quieter. You're cutting out quite a lot. Sorry.
Oh my god. Alright, so we got in Sexy Digger here in the battle for second place, but now he goes into the pits. Then we got Kraft, Kado, Corvid and Kubo here. Big battle here, big slipstream train for second place as we got then Kraft now in second place. Then it's now some lag happening. Oh my god, why? Okay, looks like the leg is over, so yeah, his Kraft still in second place. As we see out of nowhere, Gironi up to third place. That's very impressive here. The RMC drivers are doing pretty well on that Oppenheimer livery. With now Solo trying to back up. Where's Nani? Nani's still only P8 as we see now the Mayhem drivers going pretty wide there with tourists and the rest also right behind there, but they all seem to survive. But Rosin seems like got a little bit pushed wide there as we see now Anti also going for almost a double overtake there, but he's only gonna pass Jurist. Now Rosim and Jurist going side by side as well. Yeah, then we see still Danny Mater and Anti. I think Danny Mater is gonna look to run away now with Anti as well. Danny on the top tires tried to recover. It was a very messy start there. As we see right now, flying free wide as well. His craft was a little bit too deep. And so he's carving up into second place. Once again, 1-2 for FCR. Will they repeat what they did in the last round in Arsenal Leiden? As you got then Jruni now trying to take second place as well. And here he goes. He has the soft tires, to be fair. But right now things are really looking very, very well for Nine Frears. As she's continuing to lead the race now. Carvey maybe looking to run away from second place now. So things are really looking well for the Canadian team. As then you got Jruni, Kraft and Kubo still on this big battle here. Now Sob and Kado as well. Side by side, maybe free wide to turn 3 here. As Kubo is on the inside line. You see now Sob on the middle and somehow manages. As now he's gonna make a huge mistake there, and Kado and Kubo will easily get past him. Getting past the current champion of this league. As he took the title in season 12. Once again, now we got Jruni trying to take the second place on the soft tires. He goes for the inside line. Can he do the move though? As he's gonna have to pass a very pinky Corvid there, but there he goes up into second place. Looked pretty easy to be honest there, so really nice job there from the Belarus driver. As then you got Corvid on that RMC sandwich right now. As then you got Kraft right behind here. Are they slipstreamer or not? Doesn't really look like they. There's been some battles here. Not gonna lie, the last race didn't look to be the most exciting of races with a lot of slipstreaming, but now that's not the case today. We got then Kubo going far sideline there with Corvid and Jruni. And now Corvid takes back that second place, as there's been quite a lot of squabbling. As in the meantime, you've still got Rosim also not having the best down to 15 today. So things really not going well for the German driver. As you also see now Anti getting past. Danny Mater maybe he's better. Then he softs, but he makes a little mistake. So Danny gets past him now in up into P9. As Nani now getting simply slipstreamed by his teammates. He's in P7 at the moment as places to make today's race. Now his mission is certainly to catch back to this group here, battling for places. There seems to be a big split here. There were 5 drivers together, now only separated by 2 groups here, but now there goes Nadi catching up to this group here for P4. As he has Jruni now going to the pits, going for that undercut, so maybe going for that, I believe, next. As once again, you have to save pit stops on a track like this with very, very huge pit blocks. But yeah, then we got here Scado, now just slipstreaming Corvid, I believe, not totally sure. As then we got Kubo, Kraft, and then the LSA drivers. As Nani now goes for the inside line, there he goes from the home hero today. They go Kubo and Kalo going side by side. And now, are they gonna pit soon? No, I don't think so. They're gonna stay out. So you see now Kalo and Kubo, they just Kubo goes into the ground and Nani gets pushed by him. As now Kubo's gonna try to back there to Kraft. He goes on the side. As we see also Sobol, now they're going free wide into turn 5, I believe. As now Corvin makes a massive mistake here. He's looking to run away from second place, but not with that massive mistake, so Kado takes back that position. And now there goes Corvin to the pits. Kraft's gonna pit as well, same with Nandi. As my freeze also just pitted as well, she's going for the medium again. As Nandi, interestingly, going for the hards. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of chaos here. Nandi. There was a really big gradient and promotions, I think, as well. And now Nandi's gonna lose all the drivers. You can see here, Corvid is right here, Kaf is right behind him, and then we see Nandi quite far behind already. A lot of time that he lost with bad timing. I remember having, but I was leaving the pits, then Kubo was passing by and crashing. Bad timing, not really his fault. But yeah, as you see, I think Tumusha just got swiped by Nandi there, no? Push into turn 1, then into the grass. We see here Kraft and Danny then battling each other. Looks like Rosin has caught up to his brother, but I think he has very old ties. We see now Sovo trying to go around the outside there. And he's gonna take Danny slipstream, and there he goes, pulling for the move. Because Rosin can really do nothing there, then he made to go. I think he's not today. Maybe after the bad start, sometimes it's really possible. It's really hard to composure after a really bad start. I think Marin Freeze has been one of the drivers who has been able to recover. And so yeah, it's that's a really big thing. I think this time Marin Freeze is actually finally having a break at the start and actually having a very peaceful race at the moment in first place, which is running now in second place. But I think he has to, this might be one of the first drivers to pits, and yeah, there's certainly about this strategy here. He undercutted a lot of the drivers as he took also the softs once again, but this could be a problem for him. Very likely to no one extra pit stop, which could cost him a lot of time. Remember that the pit stop is very, and that's why even on a track like this, flat out driving, going for the mediums or hards. And so yeah, we see Nandi still racing in painful. Literally he's on home grumpy, also the track that he and on a place that he seems to visit a lot of. And yeah, we see also Kader right ahead of him. Nandi's really trying to get past him, but let's see if there's some battles further down. We got here This is Matimar has older tires, and Rosin might try something right here. As let's see now, can Rosin find a way past the Polish driver? He's really looking for the inside now, maybe on the left corner now, and no. Maybe just staying behind on those hard tires. But also we got Prolime and Ruiz here, battling for penultimate place here. Prolime running against each other into turn 1, and Prolime takes a position, but Ruiz once again. Oh my god, big crash there between Ruiz and Prolime. Now battling for P17 is Prolime, maybe you have. But I think we have some battles at the front as well. Arvid versus Soba versus Animator. Battle for third place at the moment. And then we got also Kraf. Once again the winner in CL in second. But actually podium I think this time around. As he looked to be very close to the podium in Austria first one of the season, but then things went really badly in the end. Like, things were actually outside of his control. Sobol gets past Arvid there for third place. I think Sobol's, I think the crossover moment must be started. If got pushed by Sobol, but yeah, it's a very huge ping there. There's not really much one can do there. As he got then Nandi now right behind Kalo. At the moment he has other tires than him. With Kubo with fresh tires as well, just staying behind it on that SCP Foundation livery. As he goes maybe side by side. No, there's not really much battling here. Once again, I think things are really starting to, with a lot of the drivers just going for. Just like in the meantime, Rosim has managed to get past Matimar and Grandi as well. Because yeah, Matimar has some really. So there's not really much he can do at the moment. And I think this might be the drivers I think on the entire grid, or maybe Kubo. Let's see, Kubo once again in P5, battling Kado for that position. Nani once again having a bit of a nightmare of a race, and I believe he fell down some position. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Nani at this moment might certainly be looking very frustrated with his race. This could finally be the day where he could finally get that win, but things are not really going that well. Then he made the grid today, but it was a very shaky start. Because as you can see, Nandi starting in first place and Dani I think was third. It does tell that they did have the pace, but things just didn't went well. Except for Mayan Freeze now, who has pitted already looks like, but he has chaos right here with Kala and Kubo, so he has to do her best now. With now Kala going side by side, Kubo. Can Mayan Freeze benefit from this? Her time right. There's a lot of chaos just ahead of her. You see now they're going free wide, a bit gets pushed wide there. As now Nandi is gonna try maybe go for a move now. He's gonna. And that might be why he wants to. Hello. And there she goes. Happy to. Oh my god. Is it been happening all the time or? Okay. Yeah, really trying my best, but yeah, either way, we got then Kubo Hernandi there and in P4 with Hernandi and P5. Then got Chironi Nanti, then Kraft and Danny made this a free four-way battle now. Danny on the inside line. We see then Anti now in P7 and it's Chironi also P6. Because Danny made and Anti now going side by side at the moment. And yeah, then it's Kraft now in P9. Okay, it's a really big battle here. I think the biggest battle at the moment. It's for the P6. With Chironi once again on soft ties, and then he might goes a little bit too wide, and he screwed up that chicane as well. So now it's Kraft versus Anti-Kraft with the freshest of tires here. So really needs to get past these drivers at the moment, but I don't think his compatriot is making things easier here, but Kraft really needs to make some moves here. I guess drivers with much older tires. Let's see what can Kraft do. Danny looking on the inside, but there goes now Kraft going for the inside outside now into Anti. And there he goes now up into 5th place now. There he goes Kraft. Finally making those moves there that really needed. Just taking his time, but at the same time they don't need to hurry to make these overtakes. And that's also the thing about having big pit stops, is that you get passed by a lot of people as soon as you pit, and sometimes those people just have quite old tires and maybe not that great pace as well, and so yeah, you can really get caught up on traffic. As we see now Kraft going for the move on the outside of Nandi. He has really no grip at the moment. Those hard tires are completely dead. And maybe might go for the last pit stop right now. It's 14 laps to go, I think. 15 laps maybe. Yeah, 15 laps to go to the end of the races. How fast things have passed today as well. Now looks like we're gonna have some sunny announcements, so no rain predicted. At least at the moment. As we got then Minefree is leading the race, then Kado second, then is Kraft in third place, then is Nandi, Anti Kubo, then is Sobol, Parvi, Danimator, Jeroni, then is Rosing, Grandi, Shark JT, then is Promotions, Matimar, Sexy Digger, Purist, and then Proline. And so yeah, as you can see now, a lot of the drivers going for the pits. You got Kado, Kubo, then Nandi and Anti now. Hernandi going for the hard tires, so he's going for his last pit stop as well. And yeah, maybe hope to benefit from saving that one pit stop, as we got some drivers here. Then he might have said he's gonna beat again. He's battling Kado right now. Then he might has better tires. He really needs to get past the Frenchman at the moment. With Chironi just being right behind him, certainly he's gonna have to pit as well. He has the socks, just like Danimator. And yeah, I believe Mindset is gonna have to pit again. We got Kraft as well, Sobel, and Corby, but these drivers will have the best tires on the last team, so that's gonna be the interesting part. But I believe those who are just pitting for the last time, you'll certainly get some track position, but can they have the pace or the skills to keep those positions? Or you can see they're gonna have some rain now. Light rain coming in. And this is gonna be interesting, because we don't know if the rain will stay or not. Because I believe no one's really taking the gamble. Everyone going to the pits, but Kobe is gonna stay out. Anti's gonna stay out as well. So let's see now, will the rain stay or not? Minefreeze, I don't think she has the choice to pit. Okay, let's see, she can afford to wait to see if the rain will stay or not. But she has on medium, she might have to. But now the rain is gonna stay out. The rain is gonna be over very soon. So this is gonna pay off for Kubo. He has fresh, so he does not need to pit again. But Sobel is right ahead of him. You certainly have to pit. Huh? Very huge here. So really looking pretty well. Same thing. So this is a very, very huge thing right now in this. This is one of the things that could be expected as well. Pit stop. There could be a huge shake-up on the grid if there would be rain at some point. Yeah, very huge thing here. As Minefree has pitted for the mediums, I think certainly a smart choice. And now Kraft in second place is gonna have to pit. Same for Danny Mater Corvi. Now Kubo will certainly get up to, but he's gonna have older tires, so that's gonna get a lot of position. And Nani's gonna stay out here. Same with Chironi. Nani, I think at this point has nothing to lose, so he might as well just go for a gamble here. As the rain could potentially come back, it's still cloudy weather. If it's gonna stay dry at the moment. Now there's only 10 laps to go to the end of the race. Pretty much 9 laps. Here we go! The rain is coming back here! Sobel! But here we go, Sobel! Sobel now is gonna be up. It's maybe place. Hernandi is gonna S13 has pitted for the meantime, and Hernandi now up to here. But he has Rooney right ahead of him. So big gamble that actually worked out. But I think with the decision from Hernandi, I think the race was already going pretty bad. Potentially just go for a good race here with the well, because now many pits. And look at this! Bob is gonna take the lead of the race! Bob is leaping to the lead out of nowhere! And there he goes, Sobel into the lead, can Mario Freeze catch back to him? She has only, I think, 7 laps to go now. 7 laps to go, it's all that the Spaniard has to go. The time that she has to catch up to the Dutchman. So we got the Season 12 World Champion versus Season 15 Champion. So this is a very big battle right now at the moment. Sobel may be racing Season 1, but only since Season 2 he started to race as Sobel, with Manfred joining, making her debut season as well. So yeah, got some really big patterns here. Looks like Sobel slipstream here. So we're gonna have a battle for the lead now. This is looking like a very exact race. Hernandi out of nowhere also up into third place. Manfred I think makes the still Sobel does not have. There's now Sobel does not have Manfred on his slipstream, but now there she goes now. Taking that slip back. Looks like the rain is gonna end. And now it's just a matter of seeing when will the track dry out. Are we gonna have some laps with dry tires? Looks like S13 is gonna retire. Looks like the things are not really going great for the Latvian driver. Here we go now. Maya Free is having a look on Sobel now. She goes for the outside. She has the wet tires actually. So that's actually very, very interesting. But still in the middle of the race. And I think he has the advantage with those inters. Very not that much wet on the track. But yeah, let's see. Maya Free is just staying behind at the moment. I think soon they're gonna have to pit for dry tires. I think Sobel will pit very soon. It's a very big pit stop, so that gives time for the rain or for the water to disappear. There he goes, both diving to the pits. Who's gonna take the lead of the race? There's only 4 laps to go. Sobel going for the softs, and of course everyone going for. As you can see, looks like Dandy's got rid of Tironius. Kubo is staying out as well. He's really pushing for his luck. As now looks like Manfred with Sobel now in second place. Let the Dutchman do. Who is gonna take the win today? Is it gonna? Remember that these two battled for the win back in a bad race, and today they could be revenge day for Sobel, as Manfred managed to take the win back in the Grand Prix. But here he goes now. Maybe looking on the inside, but he's gonna stay back. He certainly does know better than that, so he has to stay behind. At the moment, Skubo is really just going for the gamble here, betting on the fact that those tires are very, those pits are very big, as you can see. And now race! There he goes, Sobel taking lead off the... Oh, still in second place, still taking that slipstream, that's the crucial part. Let's see Manfred maybe switch. No, but yeah, either way, against Sobel, let's see now, Sobel is trying to stay behind. They both have the exact same tires, so there's no excuses here. It's all about the pace and skill. And how good can they be at battling? But yeah, we've got still Sobel right behind as we're approaching the final lap.
Watch your volume, you know, on the last lap.
Yes, here you go now. We got Manfred now taking the lead. Just defending from Sobel. What can Sobel do now? There's not. Freeze staying on the inside line. Can Sobel now dive on the inside now? Oh, I think my goal. Manfred is still ahead. Sobel had looked to have a better exit there, but now corners to go now. The And he's Sobo by 100! Sobo takes the win of the race. Now my journey P4 on this race. Graf and Andy going side by side. Then it's Corby, then it's Danny Mater with Kubo. Looks like that gamble is not gonna pay off in the end. With Charge DT closing the top 10. Then it's Grandy and Kado. Then you got Pemushas and Matimar. P14 looks like he finished the race on the Inters with him only P15. Looks like a very disastrous race there. But then you got Yuris in P16, then his Pro Line finished in P17. Looks like he's not gonna last because Sexy Diggers, DNF. But yeah, what a race we got there. In the end, it was just 100 from the first place. Just Pro Line, I think. Yeah, there he goes now, finishing the race. And let's take a look at those results. We got Sobel taking his first win of the season with Maya Frias taking second place on this LSA sandwich, with LSA getting a double into the result. It's not EDN having some throughout the race after a very bad with Angeloni taking his best ever results as he got P4 also in Mosport. Now he takes P4. Got then Kraft getting a top 5 here with Anti just P6 today, with Corvin P6 frustrating result on P8, with Kubo getting P9 and Charge T losing that top 10 with Brandy in P11 ahead of Kado. Then his promotions with the fastest 13 30.0, right? Oh my god, that's very fast. With Matimar, then P14, then it's Rosim, also very not the best of results as well in P15, like one of with Euristic in P16 and it's Pro Line in P17, and then Xiliger with the DNF. And that's it. Oh wait, we need to do some interviews. Let's see who can be here for the... we got... let me take a look at the results. Gironi and Kraft P5 today. What do you feel about your...
Could have been P2.
Yeah, you did look very strong at the start, but
The
what
rain
happened?
screwed me up. Yeah. I was in P2. I pit for inters. Fake rain. I pit for mediums, and heavy rain right after.
Oh my god, that doesn't look that
Yeah.
great. Then we got... I don't know who I can interview today, to be honest. We got Matimari P14. What can you say about today's race?
That's the question for me.
Yes.
Oh wow! I'm not getting interviewed. I'm rarely getting interviewed, so yeah, stressful moment. The race started with FLF master plan of me and Proli Meko being in a lag rocket and losing 4 seconds to everyone. But then I decided to go on a strategy with softs and mediums. I even managed to overtook Sixid and Urist, and was on the way to finish P15, my best result at this season. And suddenly rain came. I decided to pit for Inters, and then was that chaos. I decided to not pit at all, and I was pitted. If I pitted onto the dry tires on this last stint, I would have been in the top 10, so I fucked up anyway. But yeah, P14 is a really amazing result. This was probably the most enjoyable UL race for me ever. I'm really happy about that, and about my first ever CL podium today. So yeah, amazing day.
Right, nice to hear. We got also Kubu here. You did look to be pushing for your luck today, as you look for some gambles, especially in the end, as you stayed out on the wets. What can you say about your race, Kubo?
Well, the start and the middle of the race was very all over the place. A lot of incidents, crashes. It was utter chaos. And then at the end, I decided to stay out because I just petted and it worked out. And then it was heavy rain. I didn't want to stay out, but then at the end I just forgot to pet, and I decided not to pet the next lap because the pets were so long that I would just have been undercutted. So I gambled for it. Maybe rain would have come back. Maybe I could have just held on to it. In the end, it didn't happen, but it's just quite a race.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought that you would rob Anandi of the P3 because you kind of slowed him down, and in the end, it was really close between Anandi and Jeru. I was watching that whole fight.
At one point. I'm sorry for that.
I saw you, Rist, I saw you battling with Prolime at some moments, and in the end, it looks like you managed to grab him. What can you say about today's race?
I don't know what was going on with your microphone, but we only heard about 50% of that
Oh
commentary.
yeah, we barely could hear the commentary. It was like, and now,
Oh my god.
and go. Yeah, it was not good.
It sounded like
But
you Mike does all the time.
I think the start actually went kind of well. I don't remember where I was exactly. It's kind of hard to say because basically everyone was all over the grid, like Rosim and Grandy. So I'm not sure what position I was, but I feel like I was like maybe around P10. There was kind of a train going. And it was fine when we were in a train. The problem is that sometimes someone would like make a move, and that would cause crashes and just position swapping. Yeah, with Prolime, yeah, I was kind of annoyed because I felt like he was definitely going to be slower than me. And that battle kind of lost us some time, but in the end it didn't matter because after some of those crashes, I was so far behind that I couldn't get into anyone's slip. But yeah, it's a nice track. It was a nice race.
Right, then we got Corvi today in P7. You got kind of chaotic start as well. You look to be also maybe challenging for the top two at some moment. What happened in the race?
Yeah, I really didn't like the mediums. I don't know what happened, but I just wasn't able to find a groove on that first stint, and I felt like I had plenty of challenges to run away with Marion and just run away from the pack, but I didn't capitalize on that, and it really got me into strife later in the race. Ultimately, I think P7 after the rain and after the punts we've had after the incidents on track. I think P7 was probably the best we could have gotten with what happened, but yeah, I'm not too upset with that. I think if we can keep qualifying well, if we can keep challenging for the race lead at the early positions, then it can only lead to good things come the end of the races. So let's just keep the quality up. Let's keep the race starts clean.
All right, nice to hear. Now, maybe to end, let's go to the team owners you got here. Game on Goose and Levy. Let's maybe start with Game on Goose here from last year. We got Maya Freeze led most of the race, but then in the end she got pretty much screwed up by the rain, which then allowed Sobot out of nowhere to catch back to her. What can you say about today's race? Game on Goose, are you there?
We did everything we could. We were racing with the best pace. Corvid was 1-2 with Marion at one point, but he got sucked into the pits, and that took him out. And the rain allowed everyone else to catch up to Marion. So good on Sobel, though, to squeeze it out in the last lap.
And with LSA also now getting a double podium, do you think that their team could be a threat for your constructors title? Goose?
I don't know what the standings will be like after that, but I think it was Hanandi got third.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's gonna tighten it up, but we've still got a bit of a buffer, so I think it'll be enough. Like LSA is down in fourth place, so we've still got some points.
Right, then we got also Levioso. Hanandi didn't have the easiest. Yeah, he managed to put himself in third after a gamble that paid off on the Inters. What can you say about today's race? Also, Sobel's winning.
It was a lot of ups and downs, and at some point I got really depressed over Hnandi in P8 or so. But then when the rain ended and the clouds were announced, I just prayed that it would rain as in Austria this season already. And apparently both drivers stayed out, making one of the most genius calls out there. And Giruni too.
Does this sound encouraging for the WCC title? Can you guys like defend the title this season?
I don't know, we're just going for fun, nothing more.
All right, sounds good. And just to end off, let's go. Unless if Skip is not here, but let's see if Skip is here. Pavel finishing P12, which I think is still a very solid result, but he also got Gironi tying up with his best ever result. What can you say about today's race for MC? Yep.
Yeah, it was a good result for Gironi. Really gutted that Caddo wasn't right up there because both of them were like P5, top 3, lots of laps running the podium the whole race long. And I know that we definitely had pace for a double top 5, so you'll see us there for the rest of the season.
All right, that's nice to hear. So, all right, I guess this concludes all of the interviews. Hope you guys like today's racing match. Certainly a banger of a race. Next run is going to be in Sofia in Bulgaria. So, hope to see you there and goodbye.